Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back or welcome to the fun edition of GNF Televisable, where we talk about all of the hot topics and anything else that feats or fancies. And I am the man with the plan. I am the Canadian rope, better known as Robert Kumitz. This is a Friday, as usual. Saturday for some. It is 7 o'clock. Well, pretty close to 7 o'clock PST, and I'll be sending out the invites to all those who wish to participate. I've copied the links. I'm going to be posting set links in places unknown. I'm going to get complaints by people because we're using something different again. Actually, it's the same thing. We're using Restream. I hope everybody's happy or doing well in the Restream world and everywhere else is in existence. In existence. But yes, same shit, different day, and everything is still crazy. Yay, yay, yay. So, yes. How's everybody doing out there in Chatsville? Is you all good? Is you all right? Is you all excited for another spectacular, suspenseful, and whatever else that you want to come up with vernaculars for a day? For a day! Yes, the left and right are at odds with each other, and I really don't care. I don't. I wish I did, but I don't. So there is that. They're still reeling over the Charlie Kirk assassination, murder, however you want to do it, and it's not looking good for either side. Let's be honest. Both sides are pretty much fucktacular, crazy as fuck. But that's what I expect with the Americans for the most part. It is what is what is. But well, look, we've got Sparky's from Sparky Tech who finally joins. Hi, Sparky. How you doing in the new world?
Yeah, doing good.
That's good. Good. Oh! We got an old man that decided to join us. If I can ever get this thing to work. Hello, old man from wherever. I think he's dead already. He just got here.
Sergeant Asshole.
I
With the
know.
rest of the assholes.
I know, right? Jesus fucking Christ! I'm like the top asshole there. Yes, I'm the top asshole. At least you got a helmet. Congratulations. Congratulations. Yeah, my luggage combo is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like most of my other combos. It's awesome. It's awesome. But what have you
How's
been up to?
everyone been doing?
Oh, I've been watching the whole, fiasco that is this Charlie Kirk thing. It just gets messier and messier, and we haven't even got to the official trial time frame yet. It's awesome. I love it. I love it.
Oh yeah, it's funny.
Can you hear me now?
It is that, I would have to say. It is that.
Hello?
It makes me wonder.
Can you hear me?
I could hear you.
Oh, that's good. Finally.
Could you hear everybody else?
Mute
Yes,
again.
I can hear you guys.
Oh, good.
Oh,
That's
this
good.
motherfucking mic.
Yeah,
It never
yeah.
wants to connect right away.
Yeah,
Ah.
I was gonna say, Jim, it sounded better with it not walking. So
Wow. Cheers, wow, Sparky. Cheers, wow.
hey, I never said I was a good asshole.
That is true. I love that. That's a major reason why I like you around.
Well, all right. So I think I talked about this last week, but I don't fucking remember if I talked about this or not. Who remembers the bud bullshit?
Dead bird.
Dead bud.
Yeah.
The person who had the issue with me
I remember
with the dead bud.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came up to me because I commented something about because they couldn't keep the fucking parakeet in check because of somebody was being annoying on stream.
Yeah.
I said,
It was like a weird joke.
You know what would solve that? A shotgun.
Yeah.
Well, do
I have to guess a shotgun was finally used?
we could only
Hope?
wish. We could only wish. No. So, funny thing with that whole fucking deal. So, what would you think somebody's views on guns who started bullshit like that would be.
I would assume that they kind of are like an anti, especially against their own pets.
You would assume, right?
You would think because you mentioned, hey, what could solve that problem, shotgun. Oh my God, how could you say that about my pet, as they flinch and all that kind of shit. You would think that they would have an issue somewhere on the line.
You would think. So
Yeah.
I'm going to share with you, Rogue.
Oh, he's got to
tweet-
share stuff with me. I love it.
A tweet that I made last week, and it involves the Charlie Cook stuff. So it's not like I'm going far off base.
You generally don't go that far off, and when people do, Maddie shows up to try to hit you in the head with newspaper, and I think it's funny.
She tries.
I know, and then she comes to me going, "Your boy's doing something wrong again." I'm going, "How's he my boy? Just because he's with the group doesn't
Proud
necessarily
of
mean he's my
your boy. You gotta be proud of your boy.
Jesus fucking Christ! I mean, come on. I just let him do his thing. If he kind of gets out of hand, maybe I might check in and kind of go, maybe you want to pull back a little bit. But usually I just gotta go do your thing.
I was gonna say, how many times have you had to do that? Not me.
I've only had to do it, let's see, within this year? None so far. Congratulations, Sparky.
We won't count the other years.
It's been a pretty short year so far. So.
It is.
It's been
It
a
has
pretty
been.
short, eventful year.
Yeah, I know. It's been a very, very eventful version of year. So I'm going to turn off the audio since we don't need an audio. There you go. It works. It still works. I love it. I love it.
All right. Anyways, I made this tweet
Uh-huh.
that apparently was kind of a banner tweet a little bit.
Okay.
But again, fucking stupid trans person who doesn't understand that he's a male, always be a male. But anyways, they make a big deal out of the it was a sniper from 200 yards away. That would require insane skills to pull off.
Not really.
And they still haven't found a shooter. Feels suspicious if you ask me.
Well,
That last part, I
Yeah.
know it's up in the air. I already know that one.
I'm getting
But-
tired of the people saying, "Oh, he was hit with a handgun, 30 odd 6 handgun." I mean,
Well,
it was 5 feet away. You know how many people would have noticed that gun?
well,
went off
yeah.
that Not only that,
But,
the recoil from the person's hand would have fucking just tore off their arm if they didn't stiff arm it.
well, not only that. How many fucking securities there? Well,
Yeah,
what they
that's
gotta say?
the other thing.
What they gotta say next?
Everybody's
The
like, "It was
security
by a
detail is the one
handgun."
that did that.
I was like,
No, it was done with a 30-06. Unfortunately, for those
Yeah.
who wish to play around. Yes, the area was a soft tissue. Yes, it should have kind of rattled his head. It kind of did, but it should have blown up a bit more than what we got. And
depends on the
Anyways,
round sometimes. Sometimes
We'll come back to that one.
we'll
come back.
wrap around that one.
I'm trying to finish this one up real
Yeah.
quick. But anyways, I responded back to Noah, and it's like, Noah, I can bullseye a target from 500 yards. No skills required. I've been to competitions where the target's 1 mile and 16-year-olds are hitting the target. It was a competition for the full auto shoot I usually walk every year.
Yeah.
It's like, just because you have never handled a firearm in your life, no, they live in Germany, so yeah, they have never touched a fucking firearm in their life. Does not mean it takes skill to do this. So kindly shut the fuck up on matters you have no knowledge on, including stop being a groomer. Also, I'm just throwing that one in there right now. Anyways, I made this tweet to Noah.
Yeah.
Because of how stupid the take was.
Oh yeah.
And then I just happened to go through, because there's a lot of people who like that tweet.
Yeah.
And I got to looking through, and I found one particular person who liked that tweet. And my jaw went slack. I'm like, are you a fucking idiot? And right there it is.
Okay. He says, "Holy shit, dude! Really? The fuck?
Really?
the power of a 5.56 right there, folks.
that is brilliant.
That's why they should be outlawed, folks.
Stop sharing that one. Let's pull up this beautiful one. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a window. There we go.
Now, for those of you who don't know, Nacho is the person who lied and said because I just fed back the joke that everyone was kind of going, hey, everyone's being a little too fucking sensitive about this. It's like the bud's fucking annoying. You know
Yeah.
what? It's all that fucking shotgun. This person's the person that said, "Oh my god, this person wants a shotgun, my fucking bud. Oh my god, let's make a fucking big deal, pity party out of it. Be a fucking victim." Ah!
That sounds like a normal thing that most,
Likes
do.
likes the fucking post about guns.
Nice.
Now, mind you, this person does not follow me.
Okay. There you go. Got to work finally.
So,
You know what? You should have said something about a cat in its cage, and it would have been fine.
yeah. But no, I just find it fucking ironic. It's like, why the fuck you liking my posts, especially when they pertain about guns? Maybe you want to fucking lie and make a big deal about, oh my god, the big bad Sparky wants a shotgun my fucking bud, when that's not what I fucking said.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Not to
Oh, yeah.
mention this person also tries to be a victim all the fucking time. They always have some sort of fucking medical issue. They always have some sort of crisis. They're always bullied by someone online. They always have a hard time because people are so mean to them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I think other things about that gun. If you know what I mean.
No, I totally get. I totally get.
But it's like, this is an example that I keep saying is like double standards, hypocrisy. You all can go fuck off.
Oh, I agree.
Because if you had that much of a fucking issue,
Mm-hmm.
if I did this and you had so much of a fucking issue, one, why are you fucking going on my posts and looking at shit? Two,
Yeah.
why are you liking posts about me talking about guns when you outright try to fucking lie and say, oh my god, he wants to shoot my fucking bud?
Yeah.
I expect a fucking apology before I stop calling you a cunt.
It'd be nice, but unfortunately, that's how that works. Nobody that doesn't know how that works.
Not to mention, I will bring this much up right now too because it just kind of irks me a little bit. So I got removed from one person's Discord
Oh no.
because of the simple fact of, oh my god, I know this person, they're a friend, and oh my god, you're kind of threatening violence and you're excusing shit, and you're being mean to my friend.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, right. Well, the last part to this whole deal is this person's also very good friends with and does shows with Short for Otaku. And
Oh,
yes,
Jesus Christ.
And yes, I'm being intentionally vague right now because of simple fact. I kind of don't want to start shit, but it's like the hypocrisy so far to me is just kind of blatant. And it's like, okay, I got removed from this person's Discord because I said that and I was mean. And it was a condemnation of violence. Now, this person also made a list pointing out all the people celebrating Charlie Kirk's murder. And basically was saying that these people are vile, disgusting human beings that need to be ashamed of themselves.
Yeah, I have issues with that. I think the
Yeah.
Nazis did that a while back, and we said no.
Yeah. But anyways, they made a list. But guess who wasn't on that list?
I'm not 100% sure, but please tell me.
One Short for Otaku.
Shit.
Now, here's a video from Archcast, which is a person that this person streams with, and it's also Friends of Death. I timestamped it, and I'll tell you this much: Arch is associated, knows streams of death.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking flamboyant right here.
All right. I mean, it's pretty simple. I know we're talking about Destiny and all that kind of shit. So what's the time?
Oh no, just yeah, it's timestamp. Well, I thought it was timestamp. 7:31.
All right. Thank you. 7:31. Look at that. Right on the money. I'm good. Let's go.
They don't feel like there's any fear That is Destiny saying that conservatives need to be afraid to be killed so that they'll get people to turn down the temperature. And yes, by the way, I do see Dev down here, and yes, he is categorically wrong on this, and even quite conveniently forgets to add in the be killed part. And he says it was because he was running out of space, but that is not an irrelevant detail by any stretch of the imagination, as what you have here in essence is two people extrapolating Destiny's meaning, as Destiny doesn't outright say conservatives need to be killed to get them afraid. He simply says they need to be afraid of getting killed. A small but important detail. Right Angle News Network extrapolates that to mean that he thinks they should be killed so they'll turn down the temperature. That is the least charitable interpretation, but also the most likely. Dev is extrapolating in the opposite direction, the most charitable interpretation. Conservatives need to be afraid to go to events, so they will look to leadership to turn down the temperature. Which, again, I think is the least likely of the two explanations here. And again, omitting the to be killed part? Dev, come on, dude. You know better than that, at least. As what Destiny does say here is indeed that they need to be afraid of being murdered, so that, in his opinion, there will be two consequences, two possible outcomes. One, you surrender out of fear and call upon your leaders to not do anything in retaliation for a murder, or you are killed.
I think we can, extrapolate where he's going on this one.
Yeah,
I think we can extrapolate that Destiny's pretty much
Yeah, but no, this is kind of a mixed bag because again, we also have to go back to Dev being a fucking moron as usual, and
but I just find it funny, and like I said, one of the things I hate the most, if I gotta make categories, hypocrites and people with double standards are on the very top of that list. Always at the very fucking top of that list.
I kind of agree.
So yeah, it's like, stop being a fucking hypocrite.
Stop doing drugs, kids.
I wish.
Yeah, look at Destiny.
Anyway, that's Destiny. Do a whole bunch of drugs and ruin your life.
That's one of the things I've seen happen.
Did
during
you see
the
that
week
interview that he was on with? I think it was Pierce Morgan. Was it?
Well, I seen the interview. Of course, we already knew where the interview was gonna go. Destiny's got to double down, triple down. Yeah, he thinks he. Well,
no.
Here's the thing, and I've got to be fair on the both sides standard. Yeah, and frankly, I'm getting tired of fucking sides. It's psychotic people using fucking sides as a fucking defense shield and a bludgeoning hammer to go through to other people to defend their point of view, saying that their point of view sides with whatever this side is. I'm getting tired of fucking sides. It's just psychotic fucking people on all sides. Stop. But
I kind of agree.
Yeah. But it's like, Steve Crowder did the same thing.
No, I know. Look, at the end of the day, both sides are being fucking stupid, adding to the issue that is at hand. Your guys are pretty much dealing with a lot of volatile situations. I mean, it doesn't help that your president put out a weird AI-like rant on the left just after Kirk's death.
Yeah, I know.
That didn't help shit. But people are going, and then people are going to say, well, he has the rights to do so. No, please don't. Please stop. Every other president, including Republican in the past, pretty much kind of tried to dial down the issue, said, hey, we may have political differences, but it's about the communication, not about killing each other.
Yeah. Well, the problem is, an outright problem is, when you use singleized terms like, and unfortunately, I kind of got into a scuffle with Nima. Is it Nima? not Fish Nemo,
No,
the other Nemo, the political Nemo,
Arthur.
Author's Nemo.
Yes. Yes.
I kind of got into a scuffle. I think Saturday. Yeah, I think it was Saturday whenever it happened, because he started grilling me on my points of a post I made on Friday,
Mhm.
basically saying I'm stepping away, and it's like both sides, and it's like, well, how is both sides at fault? And it's like, look, you can use the right and you use the left all you want. People forget the country has 1 billion and so fucking people in it.
Kind of.
Not everyone is completely on everything one side or the other side fucking does. Most generally, it's a mixed bag, and a lot of them are just there because, yeah, well, I voted for this side because of this, and this thing, and not anything else. So I really getting tired of, well, the right needs to call this down, the left needs to call this down. It's like, no, everyone just needs to calm the fuck down.
No, I agree. I agree. Now, with a population of 300 and say 45, 42 million,
70,
which is the
75
current, not a billion, but close, Sparky. Um,
375 million.
I'm just
Something like
throwing
that.
fucking numbers.
No, I know,
but
I know. But
whatever.
with a population that large, not everybody's going to be on the same kind of, page. Unfortunately, when it comes down to the left-right dichotomy, it's split into two extremes. And even further, the norms don't belong to either side for the most part of anything. They belong to the center or center right, center left. They just want to be the left the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Pretty
Only
much.
time you see this fucking extremism is whenever it's
When it's
so
dark
fun.
paper.
So well, no. So funnily,
blow down the fucking
funny enough. Me remembering back to like the late '90s, early 2000s. Remember it all the way back then. Never,
I can do that.
never had this fucking issue that we have right now.
No, and that's the funny thing. I mean,
Never had this fucking issue like we have right now, and it was only centered on politicians or the media.
yeah.
And do you know what most everyday fucking Americans did when that shit happened? They changed the fucking channel.
Oh, they did, but because social media is everywhere, it's inundated in everything that we do. It's in our fucking pockets. We show
Yeah.
up, it's there. You know who? The funnier thing would have been George W. Bush in the '90s. All the fucking weird controversies that man had,
Yeah.
and not one peep for the longest time. You don't get many assassins trying to kill public people, public speakers, just because they're speaking, regardless whether it's a Q&A type forum or whatever. You don't see that often, especially during that time frame. It's like an unheard of. And when it is, both sides kind of go, "That was fucking weird. That's not right. That's not us." From the Boston bombing, the marathon bomber and all that kind of stuff, everybody pretty much said, "Yeah, that motherfucker's crazy." Period. End of line. Not, "Oh, he belongs to the left. Oh no, he belongs to the right." It didn't matter at the time because it had nothing to do with politics for the longest time.
Yeah.
Now
But
everything that we do, see, read, play has some degree of politics, and it's getting boring.
yeah. But besides from that, yeah, the only ones who were, pounded on tables, spouses, shit like that, was either politicians or just, people within the news media.
Yeah.
Now, there's one fringe example, and there's probably a couple other ones, but the most known fringe example of some person putting themselves out there that's not politician, that's not the media, putting out there to try to, espouse their ideas, put this shit out there for people in front of people to look at. Kind of what social media has given at large most people online to do. Does anyone know who that fringe person is?
There's a lot of fringe persons. How I can go with Kino Casino, please
No,
enlighten me.
back then, back in the
Oh,
90s.
back then? Oh, fuck, in the 90s or a bit later? Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I'm not talking about nobody in the media, no, not a politician, but like a person outside wanting to push forward and spread their ideas out. You know who that was?
Outside of Destiny? Not 100% sure.
Alex Jones.
Right! Alex fucking Jones, the man that said, "Hey,
Good luck.
yo, I'm a
Good
little
luck.
retarded."
All good luck. Good job, all fucking political commentators out there espousing ideas and trying to put this shit out there. You guys are just trying to be Alex Jones back in the 90s.
No, it
Go
gets
fuck
worse. Rush
off.
Limbaugh, Alex Jones, the rest
Well,
goes on. The kids on the left or on the right.
No, time out. Rush Limbaugh had a syndicate.
Well,
He was
did.
in radio. He was part of. He would be considered somebody part of the media. Alex Jones did his own thing, website shit like that.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll give him.
He was
that.
on some good OxyContin too.
That is
Yeah.
true. He was. He
Alex
was.
Jones was an example of breaking forth and breaking through and putting stuff
Alex
out there and
Jones was
doing
just
stuff his own stuff.
Mhm.
Now I'm not offensive to Alex Jones or anything like that, but what I'm basically saying is social media has made a lot of Alex Jones for left, right, and center.
Oh yeah. Oh fucking yeah.
And I'm all for these congressional hearings that they're going to have on Twitch and YouTube. And, let's bring on all the other ones. I know to bring Discord and Reddit in. And it's like, yeah, go ahead and bring Elon Musk in for Twitter too. They need to have that. Go ahead and bring Mark Zuckerberg back in for Facebook. Let's go ahead and do this. And while we're at it, I'm kind of to the point right now, and this is going to be a really unpopular opinion. I'm really for killing social media and killing Too Freddy.
I wish it was a thing, because if it wasn't for social media at large, most of these children, especially during the time of COVID, would have never been inundated the way they were. COVID was a unusual experiment.
It's late. I know it's a little late for it, but I a
No.
person can hope and wish.
No, definitely. But again, I agree. But like I said, it is we're kind of fucked. We're actually seeing the fruits of the experiment, and we have one crazy that did something interesting. Who's left? We're waiting for the rest of them to show up. It's gonna happen.
Yeah. So that's kind of why I'm at the whole deal. I took some time away and I thought
Mhm.
about it and I looked at it and it's like
You were a
it's
big
the net-
boy.
it's the
Usually you
net-
jump
it's the
into
net.
it.
Oh, I jumped into it and then I pulled back and it's like, oh, let's think about this a little bit more. Thought about it, looked at it, it's like, yeah, the entire net needs to fucking die. That's
No,
kind of where I'm at.
No, I mean, and that's where it comes back down to. Look, everybody on the net, everybody on the social media circuit, has made this into their jobs in some way. The
Go
bigger
flip
ones,
hamburgers,
the
I
medium
don't care.
ones, they decide to make this their fucking job.
Yeah.
This is
Go
not a
flip
job.
hamburger. Go flip hamburgers. I don't care.
Yeah, there are real jobs out there. If you can't qualify a fucking job, guess what? Government assistant does exist. Not the greatest, sorry,
Well,
but that's just the reality.
yeah.
But
And unfortunately, that goes for all my friends and people I know online that make money and try to do this. From content creators to VTubers to stuff like that. That's all of them. It's like, look, sorry, I'm looking at the issue. I see the fucking issue. I see an easy way of fixing the issue. Kill fucking social media.
it's a really
Kill social media. Make it to where the press can be fucking charged for actual fucking lies. Make it to where they actually have to make sure that the fucking T's are crossed and the I's are dotted before they put any kind of fucking news out there. Where it slow down the news cycle. Yeah, we won't know the minute it happens. A day or two later, you know what? I'm fine with that.
Oh yeah.
And hold everyone to that fucking standard. Because I'm sick and tired of it. I was like, I want to go back to the 90s.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I totally agree. Unfortunate, it was a quieter time frame. I mean, yeah, there was still some really interesting and crazy things that happened, but social media wasn't the core factor in this conversation. It was something else.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even now, look, we have other people out there that are just as fucking crazy who's decided to, I don't know, put themselves on social media for whatever fucking reason, just so they can rant about whatever.
Oh yeah. Well, so this would time out. I'm looking at this, and before I say anything, it's like, okay, I'm looking at this as like a trick question. We talking about Dark Viper, or we talking about Trail Logic, or we talking about both of them?
In this case, it's both, but honestly, when it comes down to it, Viper here, he's an insane man. We all know this, and unfortunately, you have a troll fucking with him. I'm sorry, but Chad, you know more better than a fucking troll.
Well, I'm also saying that looking about this, it's like Dark Viper lives in Australia.
Yes. Leave him the fuck alone.
Trail Logic lives in
The UK.
UK. Here's what I'm looking at. It's like, yeah, no, I get it. People have the ability to talk and speak their minds. Again, kind of want to get back down to, yeah, social media was a fucking bad idea. But I'm sitting there looking at them both, and it's like, I don't need a fucking Aussie and a fucking Brit. Because let's face it, we kicked the Redcoats' ass, and then we left them back in fucking Britain. And then Britain threw all the fucking trash away into Australia.
Pretty much.
I don't need those fucking two countries or people in those countries telling me about my issues in my country, in my politics. Kindly go fuck off.
Don't forget the Canadians.
What about the Canadians? We got her.
You're kind of an offshoot of that too.
No, we didn't have any criminals. We committed crimes.
No, you
actually
had
no.
criminals.
We actually are the reason for the Geneva Convention.
No. Here's the funny part. Do you know why you're so good at the Geneva Convention? Scoreboard.
Go for it.
Knee pads.
Because most of the crimes that the highly we'll just say controversial soldiers from Britain that weren't allowed to come back home ended up being sent to Canada.
So actually, no, they weren't, because here's the problem. Canada at the time frame was a sovereign piece of the Victoria. They couldn't send criminals our way.
No, I didn't say they were criminals.
Australia, they couldn't send it to Canada.
Rogue, I didn't say they were criminals.
No.
The questionable soldiers.
Hang on. No, they didn't even send the questionable soldiers our way. Any of the questionable soldiers went to Australia. Anybody who was considered a war criminal, a questionable act, anybody who was considered, I don't know, unneeded for the Queen and was not going to be kind of following her orders directly, 100%, were shipped off.
I know, I get
that. They weren't shipped here.
I didn't say they were shipped there. I'm saying they walked there.
No, they didn't. You couldn't walk there. They tried. They couldn't. It's part of our history, part and parcel.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sorry.
That's what they say.
What we know because we have documentation.
I don't know. You and your documentation.
Well, I mean, it is true. The UK was kind of weird, and most of the redcoats were up here. So yeah, I mean, just after Just after the loss, they decided that fringe, if you want to call them that, decided to come down and burn down the White House. But again, you can say it was an English thing, but technically it's Canadian because it was on.
No. I get it.
And I've got the best movie quote for this.
Okay.
Sending it your way now.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, let's pull that up. Okay, wait, what?
Just play it.
The whole thing?
It's timestamped. It should be
It
timestamped.
was timestamped. I don't know why.
103.
Thank you. I don't know why it does this. Don't know why it does this. 103. 6, 5, 3. Got her. Got her. Okay. All right. Blop. There we go.
Who's this chap on the back here?
That's the Yank Marston's brought out.
Oh, Yank, eh? Come to do for Marston what these bog Irish convicts obviously can't. Well, you just do your job and stay out of trouble. In our experience, Americans are uncouth misfits who've been run out of their own barbaric country.
Well, Lieutenant.
Major?
Major. We already run the misfits out of our country. We sent them back to England.
Pretty much. That pretty much. I would have to agree with that one. I would wholeheartedly agree with that one. It was a thing that happened. Yes. But no, we all have some kind of weird tarnish moments in history, in time, and unfortunately, like I said, we have to kind of respect each other, coexist on a political level playing field, and try not to murder each other in order for that to actually happen. But unfortunately, whether it be on the right or on the left, the extreme fringes, they don't really care about that particular courtesy. So it's time for you guys to look within yourselves deeply and call those particular people out and say they're not part of your group. Pretty simple. But until that happens,
We need to go back to Federalist Papers.
Yeah, pretty much. Until that happens, we're kind of fucked on the social side of things, and I'm not surprised that it's going to happen.
Our democracy, our government,
Yes.
I am surprised has lasted as long as it's had by not adopting fully from the Federalist Papers, because it was also prophesized before the signing of the Constitution, before the Declaration of Independence, back when they did write the Federalist Papers, that party systems were a detriment and was a way to cudgel power from one side and another side to gain political tyranny, the same as what the king would do.
Yeah. That is.
It was a big fucking mistake doing it. And I think it's time to do away with the fucking 2-3-party system and just go to the people who can get the fucking jobs done.
It'd be nice.
It would be nice.
Sparky, you think too simple to understand the complex situation of bullshit.
I don't need to have it complex to know it's bullshit. It's very simple.
No, you're just thinking. You're not thinking complex enough about the bullshit.
All I know, it's stinky, it smears, and it's kind
It
of.
looks like shit. It smells like shit. I'm not even gonna attempt to know if it tastes like shit. But if all those threes matches, it's shit. It's very simple.
But Sparky, you have to have somebody taste the shit. That's what the 2-party system.
That's what Destiny's for.
Yeah, it's true. So
that's actually more true.
So weird thing is, again, this is rumor innuendo. We don't know for sure if this is true or not, but it's being leaked out. And again, I question whether it's legitimate. But apparently, the Aryan gangs want the assassin. It's like,
like what? They want to kill him? They want him. Oh, they want him in the group?
Yeah.
That's gotta be fun.
I know. Which is why I said before.
Oh, blonde hair, blue eyes.
Yeah, and Charlie Kirk was kind of buttering himself up with the Jews for a while, and then he kind of switched sides. This is why that conspiracy theory still exists. Yeah. He decided to turn 180 on the whole Gaza thing, and he just happened to be dead.
But you know what? It's funny when Nick Fuentes says, "Yeah, this isn't the Jews." Yeah, the Jews didn't do this.
I don't know about
And that would be the
franchise.
man to say it. That was
I've
Gay.
heard people say it's the Jews. I've heard people say it's Pakistan. I've heard people say it's China. I've heard people say it's Ukraine. I've heard people say it's fucking Russia. No, it was a fucking psychopath.
Oh, I
It
agree.
was
I
the
agree.
great
Like I
ding
said,
dong that did it.
I still feel that it was more than one, but
Oh
that's just
yeah, I'm
me.
starting to think. So the first so
A couple psychopaths. There we go.
yeah, I feel like that. Yeah, that'd be correct.
so the Aryan Nation now is accepting gay furries.
The Aryan Nation has always accepted gay fucking furries.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Never mind.
We made
Makes
fucking
makes
fun
total
of these
sense
people
now.
back in the 90s and shit because of this.
It makes sense now. It all makes sense. You're right.
And realistically, we don't even know the guy was a gay fucking furry. We've got people
We
assuming that he
know
is.
We know
we
he's gay.
what we know.
For all we know.
What? All right, time out. Hang on. Time out.
Sorry.
Time out. And this is why I'll agree with Real on this one. We got more information come out from the investigators of what's going on, but we don't have the actual screenshots. We have rewritings. We have copy
No,
paste.
actually, we have the real screenshots. They actually
No, we
show the
don't.
screenshots.
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
We have a translated of the screenshots. We have the only photos we have is just photos of the person, the video, the incidents. That's it. We have no Discord logs. We have no screenshots. We have no pictures of text messages. We have nothing. We have other people who went through and done investigations or their own investigations on stuff. And here's what this comes down to. Oh, well, this person over here is registered to this and is tied to this. Come to find out, oh, there's 2 Tyler Robinsons within the fucking state of Utah.
Yeah. That's the problem. So
it's like, is it the right one? We don't know. Is that what the fucking log said? We don't know. Is that what the messages said? We don't know. We have people telling us, hey, this is what's going on. And as much as I want to go, yeah, you know what? I can see this and I want to believe this until I see the actual fucking screenshots or logs, anything like that. As far as we know, they're roommates. And he supported his roommates. That's all we know. For sure.
Whether the roommate was trans or furry, I have no idea. Memester doesn't mean shit to me at this point until it comes to the court case. We're waiting for that to happen. And if the FBI, which is the centerpiece in this, is leaking out all this information, it's giving this killer an opportunity to get away for pretty much scot-free.
Yeah, because the thing is leaking out too much shit, and this is something I know Maddie, Nemo, and a couple other people hit on. It's like, as much as people want blood, and as much people want this guy to be brought to justice, and as far as I'm concerned, he did it. There's enough proof there for me to go, yeah, it looks like this guy is supposed to bring him to justice. There's before you get to this. But there's enough proof there for me to go, yeah, this guy did it. Fucking shoot him. We live in a law and order system. We have processes we have to go through. Guess what happens when you fuck with those processes and you try to ramrod shit through? People go through. Example, Luigi, the Dick Reed who shot the fucking CEO of the fucking pharmaceutical company. Mm-hmm. Guess what? He's getting the grants to suppress most evidence against him. Why? Because of this bullshit that's going on right now with Tyler.
Yeah, fortunately. Look, when I read this particular transcript, I'm going to call it a transcript that was presented by to ABC and all the other different news departments out there. Reading this and knowing how the Zoomers actually speak, I actually presented this to a few Zoomers that I work with. And they said it sounded like a person who was in their late 30s, mid 40s. So I'm still
Yeah.
I'm still okay, my love. They don't say that. Everything is shorthand in emojis.
Emojis, shorthands, and not Shakespearean bullshit.
This
trying
is
to
all
look like Romeo
Shakespearean
and Juliet.
bullshit. It's like, what the fuck? Now I know there's some out there going, well, he doesn't fit. He's an outsider. He doesn't fit within the group. Sorry, he's 22. He's a memester. He's still an outsider. Yes, I will agree with that. But even I, who was considered an outsider during the time frame when I was a teen, knew what the lingo was, knew what the speak was.
Fuck, I know what the lingo is today, and I'm fucking 60.
I
Well,
know.
So here's me putting forth a thing right now,
Uh-huh.
because the simple fact of I trust the government, but I don't trust the government because I know
Yeah.
what they can do. I know what they've done.
Oh yeah.
And this is me just putting out the example of what could happen.
Mhm.
So one thing that we do know, he doesn't have his own fucking attorney.
Right.
No, not
He's
yet. That was supposed to
he's-
actually today was supposed to be decided.
Still, he
Well,
doesn't have
time out. He still doesn't have his own attorney. He has a court appointed attorney.
Actually, no. They have up until the 29th to make sure that he has a court-appointed attorney.
Yeah.
There's nothing official on the table as of yet.
Yep. As far as we know, he's destitute.
Yeah.
Well, his parents can't even afford the attorney, but technically he is. While he does live with them, he's an adult, so he does.
Well, he wasn't
That's
living
a
with them.
No, he has
That's
to know.
where it gets kind of questionable because technically he
here's
was
the-
living on their estate with his quote-unquote boyfriend, girlfriend, roommate, whatever this person was supposed to be.
Now, here's the thing: in college, you could have a room or a dorm or an apartment in the place where you're going, and it's just a temporary apartment. But you could also still have your address be your parents' address.
Hmm.
And I have seen it. People who have apartments there but have their home
No,
address
but-
there. But
So
technically-
whenever I hear that Tom lived with his parents, I'm not looking at, oh well, he lived on a piece of property that the parents owned that's not at the main place where the parents stay.
No,
I hear that is like, he lived
you're
with his
thinking
parents.
living inside the house with said parents. Yes, I understand.
Yeah.
no, he was living in an apartment while still registered living with his parents. Is basically
No,
what
and
it is.
that's basically where we're at.
That's,
We
that's
have
your standard college student.
no, I know, but again, not everybody thinks that way, Jeff.
I know.
Yeah.
So
And-
that's
and-
because
and that's-
everybody's retarded, but you know, hey.
That's what. That's
Fine.
what it was. No, well, yeah, everybody's retarded, but the problem is news media and stuff like that is pushing shit out there. Now,
Mhm.
I don't want to. I don't want to sound like that I'm trying to defend Tyler or anything like that. But I'm sitting here
No.
going, it's like, here's what I foresee happening, and this is the best case scenario for the government to spin the story whichever way they want, because if they can get it to go one way, then it's locked, keyed, and sealed, and that's it. So
Yeah.
the best thing they can do is if Tyler doesn't get his own attorney and he gets a court-appointed attorney, and the court-appointed attorney is like going at this and it's like, I don't get paid enough for this bullshit. He's clearly guilty. He did it. Yeah, they have a duty to the client that's not paying them to provide the best defense for him. The best defense for him is like, dude, you're hosed. There's no defense we can do. You need to
Pretty much.
just plead guilty and hope they give you some mercy, and let's, probably give them some information on stuff. Basically lead them around by the nose.
Mhm.
And if that ends up happening, and it doesn't go to court, and it doesn't go to a jury, and he pleads guilty,
All that information gets locked away. It's done.
all that, yeah, it gets locked away. Well, they have no obligation to show us any record, any screenshots, and they can make the story whichever way they want.
Yeah.
I hope to God it
That
doesn't
sounds
happen.
good,
That
yeah.
I hope to God it doesn't happen that way. I hope he does go to court, and I hope he does face a fucking jury of his peers. I know a lot of people are going, "Oh no, shoot him, shoot him, shoot him." I'm sitting there going, "It's like I want to know the fucking truth of this because it smells. It smells
Yeah, I
bad."
mean, like it or not, this kid was raised under a conservative family, a Republican type's family. He's well in tune to guns and all that kind of shit. Yeah, he's a memes kind of kid from what I can see so far. All the data points towards he's a memester, kind of within the Groiper family tree, but he's not really a solid Groiper. But like I said, he's an adjacent version of it. So he's a new breed that I've never seen so far. And he belongs to the Zoomer group, which is interesting because I thought these Zoomers were supposed to be people that didn't want to go to war, didn't want to pick up a gun, didn't want to do anything for the United States, regardless of what was on the left or the right. They just didn't want to be involved. And here we are with a kid who's 22 who decided to get involved somehow, some way, some
For
why.
his great gay furry lover, apparently.
Psh,
That's the narrative
yes,
now. I know. I mean, I don't know.
we have lots of
And then,
narrative.
and then,
I'm
you know what the
confused.
crazy part is? The left is trying to romanticize this fucking story, part of the story, and I'm like, are you fucking serious?
At the moment,
Are
why
you
the
really
fuck
trying to
not?
romanticize this fucking kid for killing somebody?
Yeah,
Really?
I mean, it's stupid from all
Look at
sides. I mean, you
Luigi.
vilify him or you're gonna romanticize him.
Look at Luigi.
Yeah,
Yeah, you should. Oh no, you can do either or, but you really actually should only fucking vilicize him.
yeah, but remember the beautiful guy from prison.
I know.
He was a villain. He caused a lot of trouble, but
Trouble.
because he was pretty, he was let go, pretty much.
And then he fucked up again, and they were like, "No,
Right,
no more."
right. You see that? You see it, and this is the problem. This is the problem. The whether it's the left or the right, it doesn't matter. They see this redeemable person who's on the right. Oh my God, he's a Catholic, a Christian, whatever. He's redeemable. No,
I
he's a
know.
madman. He's a monster.
I know
But
you're
he's
right.
redeemable. No,
Yeah.
he's not. He's a
No.
prick. Let it go. Or you got somebody on the fucking left who does exactly the same thing and they praise him. So, but the people on the right are kind of go, well, he's a villain. No, he's not a villain. He's redeemable. And the people on the left looking at the right version of it, oh, he's a monster. No, but he's redeemable. It's the same fucking speech. I'm tired. So, regardless whether they sit on the left or the right, and again, it comes back down to the extremes. Tired of listening to them, tired of talking about them, tired of focusing on them in general because they've pretty much eaten up the airwaves. They've eaten up all the conversational abilities to the people who do have the intelligence, to the people that do have the know how. Do you know I've been listening to a lot of different snipers on YouTube and they have kind of contradicting, ideas, but they all kind of agree to one thing. This kid acted alone. There's a lot of things that he was able to do that most people kind of discredit him on the left or on the right that he couldn't do it. It doesn't take a genius to pull a trigger on a Mauser. Sorry. Whether it was an accurate one or not, that's a good question. We won't know. But at the end of the day, this kid is the assassin. It over. Was there an accomplice or not? We'll still never know for sure. There are a lot of questions, and we're not going to get the answers the moment this motherfucker pleads. It's over. And then all the narratives, as Sparky says, will end to be a Republican narrative that this kid was on the left, regardless of whether he was or not.
Yeah, I got my own theories on the whole deal. I think most of them is, and see the most brass tacks bare bones narrative that I can get is yes, he was brought up in a conservative family, MAGA leaning. He was brought up in that family. It seems to be from what we know so far, within a year, Actually, not even from it's like high school level. His views did not stay the same as what his parents were. Trust me, and that can happen because both me and my mom have completely different, totally
Mhm.
differing views on stuff. So
Nah.
it's possible,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
but
Nah. You and your
but
mom? Nah.
but anyways, regardless, he started going one way, his parents went another way. Just because his family's this way doesn't mean he follows along. The things he's into, questionable. The people he knew, questionable. The motives he went through, questionable. How did he get that way? Probably indoctrination. And when I say indoctrination, I don't mean, oh my God, far left, extreme political. No, I'm talking about stupid fucking ideas that have been said that are very stupid for a long ass time, being pushed on in schools, colleges, and just in general on social media. And
Yeah.
then people going, yeah, this person's a Nazi, this person's a fascist, and we need to do something about it. And these fucking kids thinking that they have all the power in the world and they can do anything and get away with it, act upon it. That's exactly what I think happened.
Mhm. Look, for me, he's 22. You go back, say, 5 years or so. That was 2020. What happened in 2020? Oh, right. We had a complete global lockdown. Why? Because some Chinese dude sneezed on another Chinese dude after eating some bat soup. So we ended up having to lock down children, teens. What do? Wow, they surf the internet. Congratulations. Now you've just given them a golden ticket to be radicalized. Doesn't matter if it's on the left or the right, they're radicalized. It's over. We've already fucked with their brains. We've taken away their social nets. We've taken away their friends. We've taken away everything from them except for one thing: YouTube or whatever else, Reddit. I that's all they had for what, almost 2 years, feeding off of that shit. Look, I've been on the net for a very fucking long time. You think I'm crazy? I don't go out trying to kill people. I know people that can do that, but regardless of the
Hey-oh.
factor, regardless of the factor, even I know an entirely daily helping of internet at a young age can do some really interesting things to the brain. And here's one of them. You thought these kids were desensitized from being social structured, not going out looking for the ultimate gain of sex, and all that kind of stuff. Well, here we are. This is because of COVID. We're fucked. We're gonna be fucked for a while. How much more crazy we're gonna get, I don't know. But this is just day one of crazy Zoomers. It's gonna be fascinating going forward. So
Yeah.
I know, right? But let's go into something a little bit different. We'll have a bit of a reprieve, a little fresher. Here's an ultimate stage of happiness.
I remember that. I was so happy with back in the day when I got my first one.
Oh God, yes, yes.
I
The
didn't get
ultimate,
spiral with it, but god damn it, did I have a
yeah, the full thing with the. I believe that was the updated version
was that the
of
one with
the
twisted metal?
PlayStation. That was the full
When
pack.
did when did when did Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories come out?
Oh fuck me, I would have to look it up.
Um, because I remember because I got to borrow my friend's PlayStation all the time, and when I was a kid, because I didn't get to have one.
Yeah,
For that point in time, I had everything else. It was looked at as I had this console, and stuff like that. It was good.
99 for the
99.
console. Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't get my first PlayStation until then, and it was Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. I
Mm.
remember vivid memories of borrowing my friend's PlayStation, and I played all sorts of games on it. And there's There was 3 or 4 games I distinctly remember, but I don't remember the names of half of them. One of them was Castlevania Sympathy of the Night.
All right, okay, that was a good one.
Another one was Mega Man 8.
Yeah, classic.
Meh. Um, one of the Final Fantasy games, I believe.
It would either be Final Fantasy 7, 8, or Tactics.
I don't know. It was like a overview top playing game.
Okay, did you
Um,
have like a little army to move?
no, it wasn't an army. It was a standard RPG style game. But I remember
Okay.
you started off and you were in a village and you had to go into a fucking cave and look around and it's
Diablo.
No, it was Final Fantasy.
it had something to do with like a white wolf at the very beginning of the game. I don't remember exactly. It may not have been Final Fantasy. It might have been another game.
Yeah, it's fine.
But there was that one, and there was a pilot combat game, and either had to do with helicopters or it was a flight game. I know that much, and it was military based, and
Yeah.
it wasn't newer. It was an older PlayStation title. I gotta look it up sometime see if I can find it. But
That's fine.
those are the 4 games I distinctly remember playing on PlayStation, along with one like fighting game,
Mhm.
which I don't. You got put into an arena and you could pick between. It's like a Street Fighter-esque game, but it wasn't
Yeah, no,
Street
I mean there was a lot of
Fighter.
fighting. Yeah, there was always like Pixel Fighter or whatever. There was always fighting games. So those were popular back in the years,
Yeah,
in the
but
yesteryear.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't get the original PlayStation. I got the PS1.
Mm.
I got the mini console, compact one.
Yeah, no, I could see it. I could see it. I could see it. No, like I said, for me getting the entire package deal was I ended up just purchasing the PlayStation itself. I ended up getting it strictly for Final Fantasy VII, which I got. That's a threefer. That was awesome. Um, eventually I picked up Silent Hill. That was an interesting game, but I did do a lot of renting, so I can find out exactly what game I needed to play or to own over time. Because again, Blockbuster was a thing where you could actually rent games to actually see exactly which ones you wanted without having to literally purchase, putting all your coffers in it, or you were lucky and you got the demo disc from whatever magazine in order to see what's on the list that could be interesting. But yeah, no, most people kind of missed out on this beautiful thing known as blockbusters.
We had a video.
So it's like it was interesting. I mean,
You had the
but yeah,
mom and
no, I
pop,
mean,
owned ones before Blockbuster, and
yeah, those were the days.
those were the days.
Yes, yes. So I mean, honestly, out of all the movies that you could possibly have rented in blockbusters, well, what is the one that you kind of like rented multiple times and porn is not included?
Well, shit. Then I was gonna say Hot for Teacher. But no. What was it called? It was called. You either have one of the Ghostbusters. Oh, the Kiss movie.
Oh,
The
Detroit
Phantom
something.
Park movie. Yeah. The Horror at Haunted Park or whatever. Some.
Yeah. I think it was that was called.
I must have rented that about 1,000 times. And it came out in the 80s.
Mm-hmm. No, I would have to. I don't know. See, I have to go back in the catalog of Brain and
I was
Kind of,
it was either that or was that it or was it something else? We must have read that movie every time we went there. Mom, when we were going to visit my mom after her parents' divorce,
yeah.
I think that movie about drove her nuts. My brothers loved it. I just was like, yeah, it's Kiss. It's whatever. No,
No, that's true. That's true.
you didn't really care.
Well, of course, of course, of course. But no, God, for for me was well technically for the family was usually some kind of either adventure comedy or within that vein. Within that vein, I know Die Hard was usually a go to for the most
Yeah,
part.
the
Don't know
original
why,
movie,
but it was like I was getting tired of Die Hard. I was like, can we watch anything else but?
the original Christmas action movie. Yeah,
Like, but that was usually kind of the go to. It was an easy go to because Mel Gibson, all that kind of shit.
Mel Gibson, Die Hard. Try
Well,
again.
Bruce Willis.
no, I know it's Bruce Willis, but like I said, it was an easy go to.
Lethal Weapon is what you're thinking of.
No, no, I was kind of including that as well. But Die Hard, Bruce Willis, Lethal Weapon, um,
Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson, and a few others. But and again, when it comes down to the selection, it was always like a Mel Gibson movie or whatever.
Bird on a Wire.
Yes, yeah, you got it. Yeah, it was like you got it. It was like it's one of those things.
Yeah,
It's
I was
okay.
I was thinking, wait, what? Oh yeah, Goldie Hawn. Yeah,
Right,
Bird on a
you got
Wire.
it. So
It was Bird
it's
on a
like,
Wire because it. God damn that dress.
yeah,
Oh.
see, but it was always an easy go too. So if there was like Mel Gibson that showed up on anything, it was like, oh, we gotta watch this and learn. But there's other movies.
Everybody forgets that Bird on the Wire movie. That was God. That was when Goldie Hawn was at her best.
Yeah, I know. It was one of those. Like I said, it is one of those things. But when you go back into the catalog and pull out all the different data points that are all dusty and filled with cobwebs, yes, there's going to be a few things that have broken in the chain. But yeah, most people either have never seen it, don't know what the fuck we're talking about, briefly saw it, or were too young to remember it. But yeah, unfortunately, that was the thing. That was the thing. And then we ended up having the Columbia House kind of thing where you can, purchase those movies and that at a what is it, at a penny, but they got you at the end because if you didn't continue the program, they nearly for all the costs of all the different videos. That one was hilarious. Oh, you can get 20 of these for a penny? Sure. No, that's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. Ah, God. But now that we've kind of got our palate blah, 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 blah. I'll do that again. Now that we got a palate cleanser kind of all figured in, Nintendo's doing a bang up job apparently.
Putting itself out of business.
Yeah, I'm impressed, and apparently Sega has decided to come out of the woodworks and to smack Nintendo around a bit.
Sega and Atari are talking about making a console together, aren't they? Still,
That's what I'm hearing in the grapevine. It's like, wow, okay, these third party classics are deciding to join forces or become a thing again.
which would be nice because they made a great system. They just had fucking too many fucking chiefs in the kitchen.
Well, yeah, no, that is a thing, but yeah, no, just recently kind of released, Sega CEO was talking about the possibility of a new Sega console and content creation moving forward. So I'm intrigued. I'm a Sega kid. I that was my major console growing up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know the Nintendo was there and the Game Boy, but I really wasn't really my jam. Wasn't my thing. I also had like an Intellivision and a few other, the Coleco, whatever, and then the Atari. But yeah, Realistically, for me, it was Sega all the way through. Sega had the better games in my purview.
Mhm. Nothing like
Sega
Sucker
did
Punch,
do
huh?
what Nintendo didn't. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, make fun games. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Adult level teenage base games that were fun and interesting and way creative because you're never going to get an Earthworm Jim
No.
from Nintendo.
No.
Sorry. You'll get something, but it's definitely not Earthworm Jim. Hell, even the people behind Earthworm Jim will not do another Earthworm Jim because of today's standards. Standards and practices back then was very interesting and comparative to now. But honestly, I think the goal for a Sega to come out now would be great with their own console, whether it be an actual handheld device or whatever. They were good with that too.
Well, with the new console come out, which is going to happen first? Sucker Punch going out of business before the console comes out, or what?
Question of the day. I have no idea. I feel like I know Sucker Punch has been kind of teeter on the edge for the longest time, but they're still innovative.
I'll give them that. The game. Here's the thing, but the game looks like trash. And then you got the people that came out on Sucker Punch is a couple of their devs, not just one, a couple
Yeah,
have decided, hey, we're going to say some stuff, and it's like, yeah, okay, go for it.
yeah.
Just have less people buy your game out. It's fine by me.
See, the problem with it is the division. I think that's basically what it is. Not the actual game, but the division itself within the
I
the
can honestly,
studios.
I can honestly say I wasn't going to buy the game to begin with, even if they had a male character and it had a perfect flawless record. I probably wasn't going to buy this game anyways. Just leave that
I'm
out there. But
kind of confused with the concept of the Ghost franchise. For me. It's a one and done.
yeah,
Tell a
that's
new
what I was
story.
thinking. That's what I thought so too. When I first saw it, it's like, oh, look cool story, but it's just not my type of game.
I
But
mean,
and then I saw this and I was like, yeah, this is gonna piss people off.
no, definitely. Well, I mean, it was already there, and I'm like, okay, they're using the same kind of aesthetics. They're using the same engine. They're using everything else. It's fine, whatever. They're going to be focusing on years later and in a different region. Yes, there was some female samurais that did
Oh yeah,
exist, or
I know.
ronins or
Yeah,
whatever. That was nothing unheard of. But the problem comes back down to putting it within the Ghost series, which is for me a one and done. It's a dumb idea. They should have just called it Yotai or just a brand new series within
yeah.
their samurai universe that they're creating. That'd been great. But yeah, trying to book it with because what's going to happen? They're going to have to do a trilogy eventually.
They're going to have to do a tie-in to this and the next game and the game after that, and it's just
So
like,
so they brought in a woman that's kind of questionable. Yes, we don't know exactly. It does exist within that purview of history,
no, that's not. It's the
but
artist.
again, it comes back down to what's going to be next. They're going to try to bring in a trans character or something.
They're going to bring in a woman with a dick,
Yeah, which is kind of
a
unheard
guy,
of in
which
that
is a
time frame.
which is a guy,
Yeah,
with long hair. That's about it.
yeah, it's pretty much. I mean, the Japanese are pretty much androgynous as it is. Yes, they've had some, questionable history periods, but they've never had somebody who's considered trans or whatever.
No, it's called a trap.
No, but again, like I said, it was never an actual noted thing within their history. It's current now, but not really with throughout their history. It wasn't really
Yeah.
properly documented and all that kind of stuff. It's bad enough that another company tried to bring in a giant, big giant black guy to murder Japanese people,
How did that game go?
and it went swimmingly. They barely made even.
That's what they say at least. So
Yeah. Yes. Yes. So, and being even is trying to sell you shit on a digital format, because realistically the physical copies, even though they were considered sold, they were shipped out unfortunately, the stores in that purchased this thinking that it was going to be a somewhat of a winner for them. It turned out not to be. So they
Yeah.
lost money. Unfortunately for the producers for this, they got to keep their money. Um, it just came back down to the digitals. They realized that the digitals weren't going, so they just ended that entire project very quickly.
Hmm.
So the same thing is going to be happening with this one. If the story doesn't work, and then it comes back down to it, the aesthetics is Ghost. Like it or not, the aesthetics is Ghost.
Oh no, I get it.
But if the story doesn't fit everything else that is here with this version of Sucker Punch, I wish this development team the best of luck going forward.
Oh yeah, you're not wrong.
So, and again, the original people who did Ghost of Tsushima are gone. They are doing other projects or elsewhere. Not all of them kind of returned to do this. This is a brand new fucking team. If I remember, this is an all-female team for
Yep.
this project, and I wish them the best of luck.
I do too.
Because, like it or not, um,
That they fired most of already.
yeah, I know,
Just
I know,
recently. Huh? Over some things. I wonder what those were.
I know. It's kind of weird, kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's just the same thing like what happened to Kimmel and his rant that he did, his
Well,
political rant.
here's the funny thing about that rant. Everybody says Trump had him fired by the CC. It's actually Trump didn't have anything to do with this. And the CDC, or is it the CDC?
Doesn't really matter.
Whoever it is, whoever the cable base, the government who controls the cable, didn't go after him. It was the sponsors and the affiliates.
I'm not
They
surprised.
went to the government and said, "Hey, he says he's not. We told him, hey, say you're sorry. Undo this. He says he's not. He's going to cost us a lot of money. We're not going to put him on our show. We don't want him anymore. Do something." And they came in. They're like, "Hey, what is this about? What are you inciting? All these fucking billionaires are pissed off about right now. These millionaires and these rich people, and these
Yeah,
companies coming
but
to us do it." And it turned out it had nothing to do with Trump.
I
And
I really
they're
don't.
still saying Trump did this. Trump. It's like, no.
No, and that's the
The
problem.
advertising
Again, that
companies
is the
did.
talking heads. That's Kelly. Even the casino kids do exactly the same thing. They're automatically giving this as a Trump win, even though it's not really an official Trump win.
I mean, Trump didn't do shit. Trump's just like, I have no fucking idea. I didn't even know he said that until you guys told me.
No, and that's basically what. Okay, when it comes down to Jimmy Kimmel, I understand that he's pretty much a male on his time of the month constantly. Who is going through menopause stages. It is
Who's
unfortunate.
constantly always trying to hold back tears.
Yeah,
apparently,
which is
whenever
why I
see
said
him.
menopause stages. It's unfortunate. These things do happen, but
Holds
he
his kid up
was
as a meat
originally
shield.
a very popular black artist at one time.
At 3 different times, really.
I know, but again, but regardless of the factor, he should have the right to say what he says.
Oh no, he does.
No. But again, unfortunately, when it comes down to it, you have to kind of go on the people behind where the money comes from.
Yep.
Follow the money, and if the money says, "Hey, you can't say this," then well, got to deal with it. It's got to deal with it.
And he decided, well, he was going to get fired anyways. The rumor is, because
Yeah,
he
no,
was costing them money. It just made no sense anymore. But a lot of people were like, "Yeah, if he says this, it's going to ruin our company. It's going to ruin our station. Do something about this, please." And they were like, "Okay, hey,
Well,
stop."
so here's the thing. The network that ABC and stuff like that, it's not the same as like Fox or CNN or YouTube or any place like that. Cable, social media, web stuff. They're not licensed.
No.
ABC is syndicated.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
And when it comes down to syndications And when it comes down to those things, they actually have policies. And actually, one of their policies, if I remember right, is they can't glorify, lie, or anything like that when it comes to a political situation.
But
Correct.
here's the thing. That's not what stopped them this time. They were just more than happy to let it go. It was, like I said, it was the advertisers and the
No,
affiliates.
but
It was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah. see,
Yeah,
the
That's what it
problem
was.
the problem with Kimmel is that there wasn't enough data to back up a lot of stuff that he was ranting about.
Oh, that too, yeah.
See, and that's where it comes back down to. If he had a degree of believability with his rant, the data behind him to back him up, then yeah, fine. But because this is a divisive situation and there's not enough data to truly back up the left or the right on this conversation, you kind of have to do what Colbert did and kind of go, you know what? It's an unfortunate thing. Uh, this should have never happened. We're supposed to be communicating with each other, not killing each other. Because that's basically what he did. You know, these were things that were stated. I mean, hell, what this fucking face, the other Jew that's on the that does his late night.
Fallon, Myers.
No,
I was gonna say I'm gonna share something from Bill Maher.
thank you,
He
him.
Belmar, oh, yeah.
he talked about this. He has a really good point. So you can
Yeah, no,
put
I
that.
know. We have to give Bill Maher more credit for saying something correct.
Bill Maher is
I'm tired. Here's the thing.
Bill
I'm
Maher
tired
is starting to gain credibility back.
Here's the thing. I'm tired of giving Bill Maher credit for saying something that's common sense.
Yeah, but the problem is Bill Maher does have his degree of common sense. He just kind of goes to whatever the wind blows at the time frame, what's going to have him money.
Exactly. It's just mild. Oh God, what is it? Mild acceptance of the reality is all it is for him.
Of course.
And I'm tired of giving him credit for that.
Again, we're going to give him credit. His little kudos. Let's do it.
No, Jimmy, look, I don't think what he said was exactly right. I don't. We don't agree on that. He didn't lose his job for it. He said the MAGA crowd was trying to characterize the assassin as anything but one of them because the 22-year-old kid in jail, his family was MAGA. As if a 22-year-old with a trans girlfriend never rebelled against their family. I mean, you know.
He's kind of right. Problem is like I said, the data that we have is kind of up in the air, so we have
It's
to.
up in the air. It's sketchy, but
again, he is right on a good core of that aspect. You're talking about a 22-year-old, where you are talking about a person who's rebelling. Unfortunately, the data that we have does put the family as a conservative. So Christian Mormons. Yeah, it's all kind of all over the place, and trying to kind of give a rewrite to Charlie Kirk is also just as bad. Sorry, but he went from one side of the Christian table to another side of the Christian table to get away from the fucking Jews.
Not wrong.
He went from Protestant to Catholic.
But at the same time, yeah.
Right now again. Whether I agree with all of his directions or not, he has lost on a lot of different arguments.
Yeah.
But on his program, on his show, on Turning Point USA, he's not going to show those losses. Like it or not.
No,
it's what it is.
I've seen some of them too.
Oh, I know. And again, he won't show them all. He will doctor them up to make it look good for him that he walked away either the victor or equal ground, equal footing, even though he was cakewalked. And he was dog walked to a point where even he didn't know where to shit. Yeah. So it happens. But again, this is the way how propaganda media works. This is socialized media, like it or not. But we're at a point where we need to kind of say enough's enough. We have to do the studies now to see where the fuck we are at this point and to see if we can turn back. This is literally a turning point for the United States, for the USA. Unfortunately, the demise of one Charlie Kirk kind of instigated either a powder keg or maybe a wake up call. We have to wait to find out.
Or restructuring.
Well, yeah, no, but again, we have to wait to find out. So it's like, okay. But until then, the left is going to do what the left does, the right's going to do what the right does. And everybody in between is just going to antagonize and just get their clicks and get their money, man. Get that money. That's all they do is try to get that money. And that's social media right now as it is. So I wish everybody the best of luck going forward, but it's not looking good either way. Anywho's it's we are getting close to that time. Is there anything else on the docket you guys want to talk about? Otherwise, we can get the fuck out of here.
No, that's about it. I mean, well, there is. We can talk about, if you want, like the stuff that happened with Destiny so far and the stuff that happened with Twitch. No, we kind of glossed over it.
Yeah, we did kind of gloss over the whole Destiny thing. I mean, we could. I mean, realistically, for me, at the end of the day, Destiny. I hate to say this, but I will say it. Destiny deserves what Destiny got.
Well, so here's the thing. I honestly think Destiny is trolling right now. And
Oh
here's
yeah, no,
why, here's
he knows
where
where
I
the
say
money
that.
is. I know he knows where the money is, but
So
Yeah.
he's grifting off this and he's playing and feigning victimhood of,
Oh, fuck
oh my
yes.
god, the right's trying to silence me. Look, they got my Twitch account suspended,
Yeah,
which everyone in this room knows right now. Destiny's Twitch account got suspended 3 years ago by couples.
pretty much. I mean, Destiny's Twitch account has been suspended multiple times. He's like the Hassan Piker.
Well, Hassan has been suspended now. So
Nah, I mean, with a suspension for Hassan Piker is usually like a day. It's like a vacation.
on his day off.
Yeah, he's got his day off.
Hassan Piker's suspensions usually are only one day,
Yeah,
and they fall on a Sunday, which is the only day he doesn't stream.
that's right. Which is his day off.
How
Which is
convenient.
fascinating. But like I said, it's just a vacation for him, bro. It's like I'm not streaming on the day anyway. So you're being suspended, okay? But no,
The Twitch stuff was fake from Destiny, and I will thank Destiny for this one thing. You are showing the people who don't do critical thinking.
Mhm.
Because there's a lot of people who fell for that one. And it's like, guys, I get he's inflammatory. I get he's saying something that you don't like. But don't fall for fucking obvious bait.
Oh yeah.
For people who's been following the people and the situations for years now. And it's like we were there because it was his document we ran over because he got suspended from Twitch because of Catfalls. Then he went forth and was pissed off over everything and made the document on Catfalls, the Google document on Catfalls.
Yeah.
And we went through that document live whenever it dropped, 3 years ago.
Yeah, we did do that.
So he got suspended on that one. Another thing that's came out is people's noticing is like, oh my god, Destiny's memberships are getting suspended. Oh my god, he got demonetized on YouTube. And it's like, hold it. Stop. No, I'm not believing this one either. Because
I agree.
it's easy enough for people to hit the stop membership button.
Yeah, it's easy to unsubscribe and not pay. You've done your month. You don't have to do it again.
Yeah, it's easy for people. For Destiny to go in their head button, suspend it, and for everyone else who has a membership from them, go, oh my god, my membership got canceled to cut Destiny. Oh my god, they're canceling them, and riles he doesn't even have to do anything, and it riles his fucking audience up, and then like the mad dogs they are. Go out and force to go at everyone going, oh my god, you're hurting my cuck daddy Destiny, stop. And I believe the demonetization stuff on YouTube for Destiny is fake.
No, and again, like I said, at the end of the day, Destiny deserves what Destiny gets because Destiny is a grifter, and this has been an ongoing demand from me for all the different grifters that are out there to finally, get their comeuppance. Unfortunately, Jimmy Boy kind of making the list. He was a man that was somewhat solid and spoke the truth, and ever since his whole "I'm dying and I'm going to follow MAGA" arc, he's kind of flipped his script.
He's going. So I'll give Jim a little bit of leeway here, leniency, and here's the reason why.
Mm.
He's dying,
Oh yeah.
and he's stuck online all the time. And there's no telling what the fucking medicines and shit like
Oh
that.
fuck yeah! I will give you that. I'll give you that.
We have no idea what the fuck that's doing to his cognition, his brain, and shit like that. I will say he is very quick to judge on things that come out there and take them as it's true.
Yeah.
When it fits his viewpoint and his narrative.
Yeah.
I would say that it is an issue.
Mhm.
And he needs to be a little bit more diligent to it. But also, again, on that one, I think it's gotten to the point of how long has he been betting on this stuff and how often has it changed anything?
He's been banging this since he did the conversion. I'm gonna say just after the Woofaloo, so 2020.
So
here we are.
You start falling into less of following your own beliefs if it's something you've been railing on for a long time, and you get no traction.
No, I understand. I got
Jim's gotten traction on a lot of shit.
Oh yeah,
but that's in his own personal sphere. When you're talking about traction, when it's happening in the wider world, or politics is stuff he's talking about.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter what you say or do or pound on the table for, and you point out and stuff. It keeps happening. You kind of just develop that fuck it mentality and go, yeah, going from there.
No. I could agree with you, but like I said, it's
and that would be my leeway I give Jim.
No. And again, I agree with that. I mean, I'm giving you that. I'm gracing you with it. But yeah, no. Jim is supposed to be doing a stream tomorrow. Most likely 7:00.
We will be doing that.
Yeah. So, I wish I'll probably kind of listening in the background. I don't know if we're doing the stream snipe. I can't remember or not. I don't know. But it is what is. If we do, we do. If we don't, we don't. But it will kind of be talked about later because it's Jim and he has some interesting points. I do know that his counterpoints, such as Mr. Sand and a few others, that kind of are getting tired of this wishy-washy kind of scenario, will be, getting their coffers in some way, getting their licks in. So it is what it is. As usual, I'm going to give these motherfuckers the last rights. We hit buttons. I'm going to get the fuck out of here.
Go buy a hat.
Go buy a hat for my hat.